There are a couple notes that will help make this last standard a little bit easier as we're setting up proportions and solving them, and figuring out what numbers go into our proportions. So whenever we are talking about a discount, if something's on sale or if there's a markdown, in your proportion, you're going to subtract the amount of the discount or the amount of sale or the markdown from 100 as you set up your proportion. So I'll give you an example of what that looks like. If we have, let's say we have a discount of 40%, then in our proportion, our labels are money and percent. We have our original price goes on top, which is normal, how we've been doing it. On the bottom is 100%. Then over here on this space, we're going to subtract 40, and the number that actually goes into our proportion is 60%. This is the percent of the discount. This is the percent of the price that we're actually going to pay. And since we want to know what the sale price is, we're actually going to subtract and use the 60 in our proportion. Then we have question mark. We can cross multiply, divide to get our answer. Okay, if we have a markup, we're going to add to 100%. So let's say we have a markup of 150%. So again, I would set up my proportion. We have money and percent. We would put our original price over 100%. Then the number that goes over here, we're going to add the amount of the markup, which is 150%, to 100, giving us 250% in our proportion. Question mark on top. Now we can cross multiply, divide to figure out what that markup price is. Okay? Then lastly, if they're asking how much the sales tax is, how much the commission is, or how much the tip is, we're not going to add nor subtract. So we'll do neither. Okay, so let's just say we have a tip of 20%. Okay, we set up our proportion again. We have money, we have percent, our original price goes on top. We have 100% underneath that. Then we're actually going to put 20 into our proportion, question mark. We can cross multiply, divide, and figure out how much that tip is going to be. Okay? So discount, sale, markdown, we subtract. A markup, we add. Sales tax, commission, and tip, we don't do anything. We just use the number that they give us. All right? Write that in your notes because that will help you as you work through the practice. Thanks.